Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited about today's video because I'm going to be talking about a topic that everyone is facing right now, which is getting laid off. I also want to talk about a little bit more about my background and also talk about how I was able to make $26,000 this month. And this has been my best month ever in my career in 11 years. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that and bring some inspiration, especially now during the pandemic that we're all facing. So if you want to learn a little bit more about me and how to grow a brand online, like I have been doing it, make sure that you watch all the way till the end. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to grow an impactful online business, make sure that you subscribe today. Make sure you show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. So to kind of give you a little background about myself, I've been working as a digital marketer now for 11 years. And 11 years ago, I started digital marketing due to the fact that I lost my home. And I was a young first-time home buyer. I was 21 when I purchased my first home. When I was about 24, 25, around there, I lost my home. So from there, I was trying to do 3 odd jobs, like just random jobs. My company had laid me off and they had reduced my hours so low that I couldn't afford my mortgage anymore. So I started looking for ways of how can I make money online? And that's how this whole digital marketing career started. It started because of failure, right? I lost my home. I had bad credit. I couldn't continue going to school due to the fact that I was going to want a private school, DePaul University in Chicago, and they're very expensive. I was paying out of pocket. I used to make really good money. And I was also using a lot of student loans. But once I lost my home and my pay went down significantly, and then I lost my job, it was really hard for me to keep up with everything. So obviously I lost my home and I had to stop school. So from there I started searching like, okay, how can I make money online? And I started doing affiliate marketing. That's like the first thing I started with. From there I started just trying different things, from affiliate marketing to blogging and affiliate marketing to flipping websites. I mean, I've done it all pretty much. And for me to learn, it takes me quite a bit to learn. I do have a learning disability, and it does take me to adapt to things. It takes me a lot more. And a lot of people don't know that about me. And they don't know my background. You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I did grow up with wonderful grandparents that had 4th grade education. So for me, I didn't have the resources growing up. And so therefore, I have always struggled when trying to do certain things. And this was one of them. I've met a lot of people. I started networking with a lot of people. One of them is Zach Johnson. He's been amazing in my career. He's been a really great friend as well as a mentor. And he's someone that I could rely on, and I could email and say, hey, I have a question about X, Y, and Z. And he's willing to help all the time. So it's really nice to meet people like that in the industry, because there's not that many people out here like that. So that's how I kind of got started in my career. The first couple years, I want to say the first 4 to 5 years, I really wasn't making any money online. If I made $300, a month was a lot. And out of the 300 that I made, my return on investment was very, very low, because I was paying for a lot of tools, monthly subscriptions for different types of tools that I needed to use. So therefore, I wasn't really making enough to quit my job to do this full time. And I wasn't confident enough to do so either. And from there, I just kept going. I kept going. I started eventually making more money through affiliate marketing. That was like my big thing. And I started making decent money, but I didn't feel, I didn't feel like I was smart enough or intelligent enough to quit my job and do this full time. So I always kept it like a side hustle, I guess, even though to me, this hustle has been a full-time job. Literally, I would work my 8 hours at work and then come home and do an additional 12 hours on top of that, or as many hours as I could, depending on the day. But literally was working 24/7, plus everything else that I have to do in between. So it's always been more than a side hustle. It's been actually a business. It's just I've never taken it 100% full, or done it 100% without no interruptions. And in March 24th, I got laid off of my company. I don't have anything bad to say due to the fact that they were wonderful with my whole experience with my husband getting cancer, having surgery in his head. And the last year is been really challenging for me and my husband. And one thing I have to say is that they were very accommodating to me, and helped my family in many different ways. So I'm forever thankful. Did get that dreadful call, got laid off like a lot of us did, and a lot of the people that work with me as well did. And from there, I was waiting and waiting for the moment to cry. And I was telling my husband, I'm just waiting to cry, but I haven't cried yet, because you're waiting for it, but it never came, and I never did cry about it. And I think it's because I have that peace of mind that now I have an opportunity to do what I really love to do, even though I love that job as well. But now I'm able to dedicate more time to my career 100%. And I think that made it more easy, right, to do. And I know for many of us, or for many of you guys, that's not the case, because maybe you don't have anything planned at the current moment, right? So it does, fear and anxiety does come in, especially when you have a family and you're taking care of them and you have kids. I totally understand, because I've been working, the only person working in my household, and I understand what you mean when it comes to paying bills and having that responsibility. But the reason why I wanted to do this video, one, was to share something personal about myself, to share my journey with you guys, but also to inspire you. Whatever you want to do, whether you want to do an Etsy store, whether you have your own blog, maybe you want to start your own small business online, something different. Maybe you want to do a Shopify store, Amazon, whatever you want to do. If you find something that you're passionate about, or that you really, really enjoy doing, eventually it could turn into a passion, but you enjoy doing, and it's something that you're providing value to other people, and you're helping as many people as you can, the money and everything else will come with it. The biggest advice I could give you is don't focus so much on how can I make money today. Focus on more on how can I provide value. Do things without no expectations. Maybe tag somebody, maybe like somebody's picture, maybe give some word of advice. One thing that I try to do, I'm not perfect, I'm still human, but one thing that I try to do on my everyday life as well as online is to always be kind to every person I speak to. And it's something that I've gotten better and better and better throughout years doing it. And it's something that I didn't do when I was younger. I'm always been nice, but I've never been to this point that I just bite my tongue, I hold it back, and I just treat everyone as nice as possible. I try to, there's something called LUV, listen, understand, and validate whatever the person's talking about. And I do that with my husband, I do that with my son, I do that with online strangers. And that's a way for me to give back to someone, and make someone's day, or help them with a specific question that they might have, even if I just answer quickly, right? So whatever you want to do, especially now that you have more time because of the pandemic, this is the time to do so. Because once you go back to work, once you go back to school, maybe once your husband goes back to work and you're home with the kids by yourself all day, it's going to be really hard for you to kind of kick it off. And if you can't do it now, when you have more time available to you, for those of you that do have the time, when are you going to do it, right? When is going to be the time for you? So just start. And, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You don't have to worry about, well, I don't have a setup, or I don't have, a video camera. I don't have, just start with whatever you have. And what I recommend is whatever business you go into, whether it's Etsy, whether it's your Shopify store, whether you do Amazon, like I said earlier, whatever you do, try to think out the box. Like, how can I get myself everywhere and anywhere that my audience is? So I'm going to run through an example of my own, kind of like I have grown my career in the last 4 years, to give you an example of how I've been able to manage 100,000 a year, and now in the last month been able to manage 26,000. And hopefully this is a start to be able to make even more, right? Like, scale it to the next level. So the first thing I would say is try to be everywhere and anywhere. So have a Facebook account, have an Instagram account, have a Pinterest account, start your email list, start blogging more if you have a blog. If you have an Etsy shop, start adding more products and services to your store. Start targeting your ideal customer. Start understanding who is your ideal customer. Do a avatar of your person. Like, who is your customer? Write down their name, their age, who you want to target. Are they married? Do they have kids? This is really important. These are little things that people have heard over and over and over and never did it before. And I'll give you an example of me. I knew that email marketing was really, really important. I've been knowing this for 11 years. And I didn't start email marketing till 3 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Like, I knew it. I knew it was important. I'm in the actual space of digital marketing. For me, it was more of, I felt intimidated emailing people. Like, hey, here's my video, or hey, here's whatever I'm emailing about. And I don't know why. Now that I think about it, I don't know why, but I was scared of doing so. And ever since I've started doing it in the last 3 years, I've been able to grow my email list to almost 40,000. And they're right. The money is in the email list. Like, they say that the money's in the list, and that is correct. So it's really important that you start doing those things that you know are important to do, but for some reason you're not doing, right? You're wasting time doing other stuff that doesn't really impact your business. So try to think about, where can I put myself that more people will find me? So I personally have a Facebook group. I have that has like about 25,000 members. I have my fan page. I have a Facebook profile. I have Instagram. I use Instagram stories, Facebook stories. I promote myself on LinkedIn all the time. I have 2 Reddit accounts. I use Etsy Teams to promote myself as well. What else? I have YouTube. I have my email list. I promote myself by doing shout outs or working with other people, like collaborating with other people. I have been sponsored in different articles. Just do everything and anything that you could do to put your business out there in front of a lot of people. That's the first step, and that's how you start seeing traction. That's how you start seeing your Instagram account grow, your YouTube account grow, your business grow, right? But don't be so focused on metrics so much, like, oh, I only have 500 Instagram followers. Well, it's better to have quality people following you than to have just random people that are never going to buy from you. Because having 500 people doesn't equal money, right? Or having 10,000 people doesn't guarantee that you will make money. It's just the quality of people you have. So make sure that you target your target audience. That's more important than your metrics. Now, if you are targeting your ideal customers and you are providing value, and you're, always socializing, always being social on social media, right? The growth will come naturally, which is what's happening with my channel on YouTube. I'm almost at 25,000. I have a small channel. It's not, anything. It's not about, beauty and hair and all these other channels that would get more views. Mine is very niche. Is about Etsy and small business owners. So keep that in mind. Also, niching it down. A lot of people feel like, including myself, we have so many ideas. I want to do Facebook group about this, and I want to do a YouTube channel about this, and another one about this. But if we start to extend ourselves too much and start doing too many projects, things start to fall, and you'll neglect something. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, I want to do like, I want to do multiple stores. It's really hard. Just pick one store, one niche, stick with that, see if that works, build it up. And then once you have enough products and you start making passive income on a regular basis, then you could possibly think of possibly doing another shop. But until you give that shop 100% or 150%, don't think about doing another shop, because it is very overwhelming. Take it from me, I have 6 stores and it's very overwhelming. I think the best part about my stores that helped me a lot is that five out of the 6 are digital products, and 90% of the products are already pre-made, like they're instant download. So I really make passive income without having to do so much work. But imagine stores that have like multiple stores that they have to create products all the time. They don't have time to market. They don't have time to use social media. By the time they finish their orders or finish listing, they're done for the day. And this is why I'm saying that when you have too much in your plate, it's really hard. So just be everywhere and anywhere possible that you could market yourself, and really try to scale your business to the next level by learning your target audience, by branding your business with your logo, with your colors, with certain fonts, being consistent, right? Post every single day. Don't post one time every 7 days, right? Your audience will forget who you are. Post on a consistent basis. And when you think that you're doing your 100%, there's someone else doing more than you, right? Your 100% is like 50% next to someone else. When I post, sometimes I see Gary Vee and he has like 30 other posts. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so behind, right? I'm not saying to compete with no one, compete with your own self, but just always be critical of yourself and say, okay, am I doing enough for my business to grow? Is my business failing because I'm not doing enough for it, right? Try to understand different things. If you can't learn something, take a course. There's so many courses out there, including mine, so you can learn about everything and anything. That's one of the biggest mistakes I did, I think, in the beginning of my career, was that I didn't reach out to no one. I'm an introvert, so for me, it's really hard to reach out to people. Even talking on the phone is almost like pulling teeth. And the last couple years, I've been able to turn it off and turn it on, and understand that I need to sometimes get out of my own way to grow my business. So therefore, you have to know when it's enough. Like if you try to do something yourself and you've been at it for a long time, and you need help, maybe taking that course, maybe calling someone, maybe doing a discovery call with a mentor just to see if they could help you, maybe hiring someone to do it for you might be the best bet. And always think about this also, you have to spend money to make money. That's one of the biggest questions I get all the time. I don't want to do this because there's more money. Well, you need to prioritize what tools are more important for your business, and the ones that are just additional ones, just cancel them and keep the ones that are very important. Like if you have one for keywords, I have one that's called Video IQ, which is for my YouTube channel for keywords. I use that. I pay a monthly fee for that. That's something that I would keep. I pay about $200 a month for my email list, right? That's something that I need. So there's certain tools that I'm going to keep, and there's certain tools that I'm going to say, okay, this is not really giving me any value. This is something that I don't really need. Let me cut it off so my expenses could go down. Depending on where you at, right? You might be able to go ahead and sit down and say, these are the most important. These are, things that I don't need. But I think the main focus in order to grow your business in general is to understand who is your target audience, have a niche market, Be very niche, especially when you're first starting. Be willing to learn new things. Be willing to apply things. Don't just read something, learn it, and don't apply it. Like I did with email marketing and other stuff that I knew I should have been doing, but didn't do it. Make sure you do that. Seek out for help if you need so, if you need to do so, whether it's me or someone else that has the type of information that you need. Learn from others. Be kind. You never know. You might end up working with that person in the future, right? Never burn bridges. That's one thing that I have learned. And just keep going no matter what happens. Don't push your own self. And I've been really, really blessed because I have a husband that's amazing. I have a husband that helps me. I have a husband that motivates me. Well, I'll take the back. I have a husband that helps me. The motivation, he really doesn't give it to me because I motivate my own self. But he keeps me going. So in that sense, he does motivate me because he helps me with my son. He helps me with our dogs. He helps me with anything I need in order to have more time for my business. And I know that for many of you guys, you don't have that support. I don't have support from anyone else. He's the only one. But he means more to me than anyone else because we live together and we share responsibilities. And therefore, my success is his success and vice versa. And I know there's situations out there that maybe your husband or maybe your wife doesn't support you, and that could be extremely hard. It could be extremely hard. And I never understood that aspect, but back in February, my husband's grandmother, lovely woman, passed away. He went to Georgia and I was with Jordan for 4 days. And for the first time, I used to say before, my husband's supporting, but because of my drive and because of my perseverance, I'm being able to achieve everything. Well, guess what? I was really wrong. Yes, I have a drive. Yes, I push myself. But without my husband's help, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at today because he takes a big percentage and helps me. Even when he's sick, even when he's done chemo, he's always willing to help, which is just incredible. And I'm so thankful for him. And what I realized those 4 days that I was with my son by myself and I had to bathe him by myself, feed him by myself, walk the dogs, come back and put him to sleep, wake up in the morning early, cook breakfast. And I did this all by myself. What I realized those 4 days was like, one, when are you coming back? And two, I realized that sometimes we are, I don't know the word, but we feed our ego and we think, oh, this is all done because of me. Sometimes it's done because of the support of others, and that's why you're able to do a little bit more. So maybe you need to sit down and talk to your loved one and talk about your dreams and let them know that you're going to need some time for your business. You're going to need some dedicated time for yourself. It's okay to do that. It's okay to ask for time for yourself as a woman, even if you are a mom, even if you are married, as long as you don't neglect everything, right, in your household. But just wanted to give some words of inspiration. This month, I started my Arts Principle XC course. I launched it on March 10th. I got let go of my job March 24th, and today's April 11th. So yesterday was the mark of 30 days. And it's been really successful with my Principles course, my Pinterest, my YouTube AdSense, my branding deals, and everything else that I do. After I took out all the expenses and all the tools that I use, I have made a little bit over $26,000, almost $26,100. And it's really exciting because this would have never happened if I would have not been laid off, right? Because when I was laid off, when I was working, I still had to do my day job. And then later on, when I have time or when I had a lunch break, that's when I kind of like did my own thing. But now that I have so much time, I see like how much more my business has grown. It's incredible. I mean, I've made an additional 15,000 more, right, than my usual. So that shows you that if you put the time and energy to something 100% versus trying to manage too many things, it could really, really grow your business to the next level. So guys, I hope that me sharing my story with you guys helps you get motivated to push yourself, helps you to say, okay, you know what? I could do it. If Nancy could do it, I could do it. I could even pass her, right? Just just think about what makes you better than your competitor, right? When I do YouTube videos, I'm not saying every YouTube video I do is perfect. I'm still learning about recording myself. I'm still shy. I'm still an introvert. I'm still conscious of how I speak. I'm still conscious of the way I look, everything. I mean, I'm human. But what I always think about is, okay, if my competitor did 100 videos, I'm going to do 600. If my competitor posts once a week because they're busy doing other stuff, I'm going to post, 6 times a day. If my competitor, I'm always thinking about what can I do more and how can I show up more and how can I provide more value and how can I connect with my audience and what are things that I could do, even if it takes a little bit of my time to do something nice for someone else. Those are the kind of the things that I look into every single day when I'm thinking about my business and how I want to run my business. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Guys, please let me know in the comment section what you thought about this video, if you enjoyed it. And also if you'd like to know more about growing your business, like personal development videos, let me know and I'll be more than happy to create additional ones. But just let me know in the comment sections what type you would like. And thank you guys for watching.